Before the video starts, I do want to go over the actual eligibility requirements because I want to make sure that you guys know if you're a beginner, the kinds of things that you want to do because it's not like anyone can immediately start. There are certain requirements. So one of them is that you need to have at least 1,000 followers. So if your account isn't 1,000 followers yet, start making content before then you'll be able to go live and thus you'll be able to earn money for this. Of course, again, what you also need to be able to do is be 16 years or older in order to go live. So if you have an account, if you started at you're 13, 14, you're a young teenager, you're not going to be able to go live. And I don't think you can change your account age on TikTok to like fool the system. So probably going to have to wait. And also, you're going to have to be at least 18 years old in order to receive gifts, okay? And gifts are essentially the thing that make you the most money on TikTok, and it's going to be the most lucrative thing. So let's take a quick look at gifts and how much money you can make from them. So this right here shows you how much every single gift from TikTok shop, well, not the TikTok shop, but the TikTok gift section is going to be able to earn you. So you can see right here, we've got this one, which is $1. This is the most common one. This is, of course, the rose, but the rose that you guys can all see here is only valued at 1 cent, meaning that you will earn 1 cent every time someone gives you a rose. Now, this is very dependent based on the location of the user. So if the majority of people that you're streaming to are in the United States, it's going to be closer to 2 cents. But if the majority of people you're streaming to are in a country where the currency isn't as strong, it's going to be a little less, which is it's going to be on the verge of 1 cent. So you can see right here that these are all of the gifts that people can send, and every time someone sends variation of these different gifts, you're going to be able to earn different amounts of money. Now, it's usually denominated in a TikTok coins, and TikTok coins is usually the currency that you do earn in. So you want to basically look at which ones you set for your lives, which we'll get into in a minute. But I'm going to show you guys now how much TikTok coins actually are worth. So TikTok coins are actually worth between, like I said, $1 to 18, 18 pennies. Okay, I guess you could say, well, that's not a dollar. That's actually 1 cent to, 18 cents. So 1,000 TikTok coins are actually valued around $13 to $18. And the crazy thing about all of this, guys, and I'm just giving you guys a quick rundown. If you're a beginner, you have to understand that when you get paid from TikTok, you have to understand that like TikTok actually takes a commission of 50 to 70%. So if you make like $10 to $20 on a live stream or $100 to $200, you have to understand that TikTok's commission is going to be half of that for every single live stream. So it's important to know that before you start thinking, okay, I can make this much money if I get this much gifts, because TikTok will largely take 50 to 70% of that before the rest is converted into diamonds, which you can then withdraw for cash as real currency that you can use in your day-to-day life. In addition, one of the biggest gifts that most people don't know about, well, I wouldn't say they don't know about, but they do know about, it's actually the Galaxy. So I know most of you guys know NPC Miles Morales, and he's always doing the Galaxy thing. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's basically a popular TikTok live streamer who has been making the Galaxy gift rather popular. And essentially, the gift on Galaxy is actually worth $10, but TikTok does keep 10%, so you only get actually $5. And of course, some people do send universes, which are $500, which means that you actually get $250. So this is another example of someone who's actually making money from TikTok Live. Now, this is, of course, the rather unconventional method. As I spoke about before, this video is showing you guys how to make money from TikTok when you actually do get gifts. Now, the crazy thing about this is that I got to be honest, you do have to be somewhat entertaining. And most people do think that TikTok Live is relatively easy, and I do think it is, but I think it just depends on what kinds of things you have to do. So that being said, you can see that this individual, the one on screen right now, James Pope, is pretty decently skilled at soccer or football, depending on the kind of region you're from. And essentially what this user is doing is he's doing like basic keepy uppies or just, doing, tricks with the ball. And then every time someone gives him a certain, gift from the TikTok shop or, the gift store, essentially what he will do is he will do a special trick. Now, the reason that like these lives actually make money is because In football, I'm not sure if you know attention, but certain tricks are a lot harder than others. And a lot of people, do want to see him drop the ball. So what he will state is he'll state, okay, I want, like this live is going to end if I drop the ball. So people are like, okay, if I can, give him a galaxy and he does like some insanely hard trick, he's going to have to end this live. And then that's going to be a lot more entertaining. Of course, that is the main gist of how these things do work. But you can see right here that this is getting a lot of love from the live. Now, what you can also see is that he does have a subscription goal, and subscriptions are great for creators because they allow individuals to earn a monthly income from many different things. You can see that there are, badges and, all those kind of things. And this is the kind of goal that he has on his screen. Now, what you can see right here is usually if the audio was on, you would be able to hear him requesting individuals to try and say, do this kind of, does anyone want to see me do this trick? Does anyone want to see me do that trick? These are the kinds of things that would initially be said by this user. You can see right now he's doing some more advanced tricks. And if we go to the gift store, you can see that we already have certain things that are right here. For example, you can see that the galaxy's goal is, the creator's goal right here. So the galaxy, which does cost 1,000 coins. Of course, we can go from the exclusive to the gifts right here. We can see what the creators team, which ones are exclusive. And then of course, we can see which ones we can send into the creator. So the galaxy being, there, I'm not going to actually send it into the goal. You can see that the creator has a goal of, 10 galaxies for this goal. And I know that many TikTok live creators, they do, ideally they want to be, making galaxies because it's kind of like the largest kind of thing that you can get. And usually people get really excited for that. It's kind of like a cool moment in the live stream for those individuals. So there's many other things that you could send. You can see right here, French the Metro. You could send like a lucky pig. There's many other things that you could send. For those of you who are familiar with more popular live streamers like Miles NPC Morales, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who he is. But ideally, what you can see here, guys, is the variety of different gifts. So someone who does want to make money with your TikTok live streams, I would say you need to create something that is going to be as engaging as possible with the audience, which means that your audience, in order for the live to progress in a meaningful way, in order for the video to get more interesting, you need to have it set up so that your audience has to engage. Like, for example, I could send in a galaxy. I mean, I'm not going to do that for the video, but essentially, if I do send in a galaxy, he's then going to do another trick, and then it's going to start this cycle of more people sending in certain things. Now you can see, for the entirety of me speaking of this video, this guy has not dropped the ball once at all. Now, you have to understand that this is not the only way to make money from lives. You might be thinking, okay, I'm not a footballer, like this is not really going to make me money. I don't know what are you even talking about here? Other people do have many other ways of making lives too. So for example, you've got gamers that do live streams, and what they will say is they will say like, okay, if you donate, I'll switch to my pistol only. If you donate, I'll go into this crazy zone. It is actually quite hard to find these live streams right now, but there are many live streams that exist like that are really effective at making a lot of money from TikTok. And it is quite hard to find. I mean, I will try and find some. Like, for example, this creator with 4 followers, you can all see that this creator called Cryptisky or whatever, you can see that sometimes what you can have is you can just have a gamer who is just playing a standard game, and then of course you can see that they've got follow for all of these different things. But for example, if I send in a galaxy, it's going to jump scare the actual person who's playing the game. So this is something that I think, you want to basically make your TikTok live. If you are a creator on TikTok live, you ideally want to make it as interactive as possible. The reason we want to make it as interactive as possible, I mean, like I said before, you're going to be coming onto the live and thinking, okay, this creator says, okay, if I jump scare him, if I do this, you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to buy this. But of course, it completely depends on how much, how many coins you want to buy and how many, coins you want to send into that user. And as always, the user is only going to be getting 50% of that. So you ideally want to be getting as much interactions as possible. So when the first interaction does happen, you ideally want to be as animated and as exaggerated as possible so that these individuals have a major incentive to send in another kind of live stream, thing, so that they can once again reap the rewards of those things. So for example, this gamer right here, you might send in a galaxy, you might get a jump scare, and you can also see at the top right here, you can see that this is the creator's the goal, okay? And you can see that these are his goals. He wants to get 5 galaxies. The last stream that we saw was 10 galaxies. So this is, a different kind of goal. But once again, this is just a different method. You don't have to be showing your face. You can just be doing video games. You could be doing art or something. It could be doing galaxy and I'll start again. There's many different ways to absolutely make money with TikTok gifts from TikTok Live. Pull another one here as well, and this one I do believe that this is like a lot more effective. You can see that this user has a follower goal, and you can see that based on certain gifts here, for example the little apple, it means that this gamer is going to do certain things. If you're familiar with Fortnite, you'll understand that, for example, if I was to send in any of these items, the creator would start dancing. He would say, okay, only gray guns, and basically these are things that are quite interactive, and they just make playing the game a lot harder. So I think overall, what this kind of does is this is something that is remarkably effective at having individuals to earn money from the platform, especially if these lives garner more and more traction. If you're doing something and it manages to get a decent amount of traction over a long period of time, you're going to find that these lives can generate a decent amount of money. So hopefully this video helped you and showed you how you can actually make money from TikTok lives, earning money from TikTok gifts. Of course, Miles Morales, you've got many different gamers and many different ways to make money. Hopefully this opened your ways to show you how people are actually making money. If you have any ideas, leave them down in the comment section below, because I'm sure people would want to know. And if you enjoyed them, don't forget to leave a comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next amazing video.